Second Nature for Children is in the house. Coach, how you doing?
As always, man, I'm great, great. I was just
Good, man. I'm doing absolutely great, man. Got a great show. This is definitely the first week of this month, Black History Month. So
yeah, 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 yeah.
I hope everyone is taking the challenge that we take every first full week of the month. Whatever challenge it is that you need to take and partake in, make sure you take it, especially if it's something positive that'll take your life to another level. So make sure that you take this next 7 days and do something that you haven't done either in a long time or something that you've been procrastinating about. Make sure that you get started on it. I was thinking about something before we get started about doing a show on Monday nights, and I just do it on Zoom, and I have people who want to come in, and I'm getting it from the young ladies that I train on Saturday mornings. They want to come in and do where I will call it Mental Monday, a chop up session, just an open dialogue. I'm
Oh,
finding
okay.
out, yeah, I'm finding out from day to day, coach, that a lot of us just need to get some things out. A lot of us just need
Oh,
to
well,
have
I
somebody to
can I
talk
can see
to.
that. Yeah, I can
So,
see that. Yeah.
I would even start tomorrow night. So I'm
Okay.
looking, yeah, I will even start tomorrow night. I haven't hit the ladies back yet just to get them a night to start, but there's my email address. So anyone who would like to get started, and like I said, we could start tomorrow night at 9 o'clock and we'll do it on Zoom. You send me your email, then I'll put you on the list, and then I send the number out. And at 9 o'clock, we can come on and we can just have an open dialogue, whatever you'd like to share, talk about, whatever you're going through. So I'm definitely gonna kick that off, man, and see how many people would like to come in for Mental Monday, just an open dialogue, a chop up session. And another
What about
thing,
the duration? What is the duration of the
well,
time?
yeah, just to start it off, I only do it for 30 to 45 minutes.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, I only and then we'll just go with it. If it grow, it grow. We whatever we need to do at the time, we'll do it, but we'll do it on the people. So I started off just like,
Okay.
yeah, I do it just like I do the show here. We do 30 some minutes, and if people want to do it, and we'll do what we need to do to make it longer if they want to make it longer. But like I say, we can start tomorrow. I don't like to procrastinate, put stuff off. People dying every day. So if you'd like to
Yeah, yeah.
so if you'd like to partake in our mental Monday chop up session, open dialogue, where we just come in, man, and we got somebody to talk to, and whatever's on our mind is on our heart. We share and we just have a good time. There is my email address right there. If you would like to be a part of it, all you have to do is send me your email. So I see how many people, if they send it between now and in the morning or whatever, for us to do our first show tomorrow. If not, I give
Okay.
it a week to see how many people listen to the show, because a lot of people I see from the views are running away from the truth. So, but we'll take whoever we have and we'll get started. I'm not waiting on anyone because they're in their feelings and emotions or not listening. I want to deal with, like I say, that small group of people who are willing to go to another level. Another thing I want to throw at you, because the guys had been back a while ago been asking me about when we was doing our Saturday morning men's group. So I want to,
Mhm.
yeah, so I want to say this right here for all the men, because men need someone to talk to themselves. We need to come together as men. So, men, Monday is for everybody. Men, there's my email address. If you all would like to get us something started where we come together one night out the week and ourselves, we have a chop up session, let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. So we can have two things. We can have our mental Monday going, and then if the men hit me up and they want to start, well, we have a support group for each other, man. And I know as we get older, the man body begins to go through certain things, his health begins to go through certain things. A lot of the responsibility is on him. And a lot of times I'm seeing that a lot of our men are not doing well. And they may just need
Mhm.
that support. You understand? So I'm
I
putting
got you.
that,
I
yeah,
got you.
I'm putting that out
Mhm.
there too. There is my email address for the Mental Monday and for the men to hit me up. And if the men want to do something, all you got to do is let me know. and just put men's group on there, and we'll see how many men want to begin to come in one night during the week, or whenever we set it up, so we can just make sure, man, that we help each other and support each other. So that's on the table, and I'll be saying that every time we come on to see how we can get this Mental Monday going, so people can have a great week, mentally wise, and then let's see about bringing the men together, man. So I'm putting it out there. I'm trying. I'm working, and we'll see how it shakes out, Coach. So
Okay.
I wanted to, anything you want to say about that before we get started?
No, hey man, it's all positive to me. It's all, about evolving, getting different people perspectives. You know what I mean? So a lot of times that's what we need. So man, I'm all for that, man.
Okay, so
I'm all
so
for that.
so it's
So
it's open. It's open. I can put it out there, so we'll see who all respond to it, whether somebody respond to it or not. Right now, like I said, I got a group. I already want to do the Mental Monday, so we're gonna kick it off, and I may just go on and kick it off tomorrow night. But I'm gonna see, do we, we get in a couple of more folks that'll come in. But it's time to get started on it right now, man, because I got some folks got some things on their mind that they want to get off, and I'm just gonna sit back and give the floor to the people, man, because we need it. We need it. So we're gonna start that. And that's two things that we're working on right now. But tonight, Coach, I want to talk to you about, are blacks feeling the consequences of no foundation? Of no foundation. Are we feeling the consequences of no foundation? And I'm gonna jump right into it, but I'm gonna say, before we get started, I like to share conversations, things that I have with someone, people during the course of the week. And I want us to always remember this right here. And this just coming from a conversation. Always remember, if you and who you are dealing with, if you all cannot communicate, this right here is so important, without it turning into an argument. Because you can never have a communication, I mean, a conversation, I'm sorry, with someone once, and we got to stay focused on this, because a lot of people, when we hear these certain trigger words, emotions, when their emotions begin to go up, and they go into a very sensitive mode, you have to be very careful with certain conversations, because once they go up, they stop hearing you. They don't hear nothing. So if both of y'all going up, you just got two fools going at it. But if you got a level head and you trying to have a conversation with someone who emotions have just jumped to 100 about certain things, that's one of the biggest reasons a lot of our relationships are not going well. So, and that comes, when I talk about the foundation, I'm talking about learning how to connect your mind, your body, and your soul together. And when you start talking about having a conversation with someone and being able to communicate, that's dealing with the soul, because that's your discipline, that's your self-control, that's your maturing. See, it was times where certain things, if I heard, I may go off. Yeah, back in the day, I go off.
get it?
But
I
yeah,
get it.
absolutely. But as I began to kind of settle down and kind of meditate and kind of get more into me, my inner spirit, instead of what's going on in society, or all this mess that's going on, then I began to settle down a lot more. I can look at people acting a fool, and it doesn't even phase me anymore. So I just want to let the people know that when it comes to us having a relationship with anybody, if we can't communicate or have a conversation without one of our emotions jumping to the ceiling, then we may need to get away from each other for a little while. Yeah,
Yeah,
we may.
let me just add something, man. If you can't have a conversation with yourself, I'm talking about open, honest dialogue with yourself. How are you gonna have that with someone else, man? I mean, really. And I'm talking about you bringing up to yourself your faults. You know your strengths. But I'm saying your weaknesses, your flaws. You know what I mean? Your flaws. You know. So if you can bring that out of you and have that conversation with yourself, when someone else bring it up, it wouldn't bother you that much because you know, yeah, I know, man. I know. I got that. I'm working on that. You know what I mean? It wouldn't hit you that hard. But the fact that it could be true what they saying, and you have not checked yourself, you know what I mean? It's like somebody hit you upside your head verbally, you know, and your reaction probably is to get physical or get loud or whatever. So that's why I think it's imperative for everyone at some point in time, during their day, week, what have you, chill with you for a minute, man. Do your assessment. You know what I mean? How are we doing today? You know what I'm saying? And we working on what we said we're gonna work on, and we getting better. You got to do that, man. Well, not you got to, you ought to do that. Let me say it like that. You ought to do that. Yeah, that's not too simple with that, man.
And I'm gonna tell you something, that's deep and that's a fact. And I can see that's something that we are not doing as a people, that we're not spending that time with ourselves. You understand? And accepting the truth about some things.
Yeah,
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 that's the
yeah,
biggest thing. And
yeah.
then like and that's why I say a lot of times when you're trying to point the truth out to someone, man, and they don't want to hear it, and it's the truth, it's something that you can prove, they don't want to hear it, man, they'll try to flip that thing. Oh, it's always on you, it's always somebody else. And then when you're trying to talk to them about certain things, they never address what you're talking about, because
Yeah,
yeah, they have shut down from listening to you. They don't want to hear the truth. They just want to get whatever they want to get out. Man, that communication is
yeah.
everything. So, just like you said, man, until we begin to take that time, spend time with ourselves, and accept the truth about ourselves, things will never get better, because the only way you can fix anything about yourself, first, you got to accept something is
Yes, yeah,
broken.
yeah,
You got to
yeah,
accept something is broken. And a lot of us walking
yeah.
around like everything is just okay, but it's not okay. It's not okay. And I leave that right there. I leave that right there. But that was that. Yeah, yeah. That's it, though. So I want to talk to you a minute, Coach, about blacks feeling the effects of no foundation. And like I said, when I talk about foundation, I'm talking about learning how to connect that mind, that body, that soul together, having something strong to stand on. And we falling because we have no base. And so we talking about feelings. We talking about act or condition of one that feels. We're talking about it being conscious. We're talking about an awareness. We're talking about an awareness. So we talk about consequences. We're talking about the result or the effect. We're talking about an
Mhm.
outcome. We're talking about the consequences. And then when we're talking about the foundation, I just want to make sure that we define certain words so we don't be all over the place. We have a reference to come back to as we're sharing this right here with the family. Foundation is the part on which the other part stands on for support. We talking about a base. So first, dealing with the mind, the body, the soul, I want to deal with the body. And I want to ask the family right now, what condition are you in? What condition are you in? Make sure
It's
you
a question, not a judgment. It's a question. You answer that. You know. You answer that.
and I'm glad you said that, because
Mm.
absolutely. And I want to I listen, like I said, all I'm doing is giving out information. I don't want nobody to think I'm trying to make anybody do nothing. And so I'm glad you clarified. Yeah, I'm asking you a question. That's what I'm doing. And I'm asking you, what condition physically are you in? Did you take pretty good care of yourself? Are you taking pretty good care of yourself? Or are you feeling the consequences of not
Mm.
taking care of yourself? I just want you to think about that. How have you been affected by not having a strong foundation on fitness coming up through your life? You can got to a certain age. I don't care. You can be 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years old. I want to know, are you feeling the consequences that comes with not physically taking care of yourself? I want to know that when you sit down, are you overweight? Are you obese? What about your blood pressure? You know, in the Black community, that's killing us. That's a stroke just ready to come about us. How's your blood pressure? Is that something that you haven't been taking care of yourself where your blood pressure is up so high? I had a young lady last week went in the hospital. It was like 250 something over 150 something. She was about to stroke out. Head was killing her.
Mm.
That's what made her
Oh,
go.
she had headache, so
Yeah, that's
that
what
made her okay. Yeah,
that
yeah.
made her go to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? But what about your cholesterol? Is that high? How's your diet? How's your eating? This is something you got to ask yourself. I'm telling you, we are self-destructing because we're not taking care of ourselves. And I just want to know and let everybody know that there are consequences that comes with not taking care of yourself. And I just want to know this. Have you contracted type 2 diabetes from an unhealthy diet? I know somebody is feeling the effects of this right now. I know somebody is feeling the consequences of not having that foundation of taking care of yourself. What about heart disease? I know it run through the Black community like crazy. And this thing right here, I want to ask you this right here. Is your colon feeling the consequences of unhealthy eating? What about, I see this a lot on Facebook and YouTube and things. What about your liver? Have anybody ever thought about their liver and their kidneys? Have you damaged them by excessive drinking? And you don't even know that you damaging yourself with all the alcohol, but eventually you're going to feel the effects of it. You're going to feel the consequences of it. Having awareness, you haven't even got that awareness or that consciousness or that I need to clean this up. I'm just trying to bring this out so you don't have to pay that because there's a price to pay. And a lot of us are not even thinking about it. Let me ask you this right here, and I'm gonna let Coach get ready to go in. What about your lungs? Haven't anybody thought about their lungs? Lungs for all that smoking? I've had a lot of my cigar smokers, you know what they tell me? Man, I just yeah, I just pull on it. I don't even let the smoke. I don't even let the smoke go. I don't let the smoke go down. I just may listen, you pull on it. And when you pull on it, don't you know that smoke is going in your lungs? Because I see when you hit it. Oh, I'm blowing the smoke out. I'm blowing it out. I'm telling you, I'm blowing it out. So you telling me no smoke is getting in your lungs. Okay, 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 okay. All right. Okay. So how about not exercising? Are you exercising? I keep telling you what you need to do during the week for the as getting your 3 days in. Start with your 30, 45 minutes. Start getting some cardio in. Start getting some cardio. If you need more education about it or whatever stage you at, there's my email address. Hit me up. I got you. I let you know exactly from wherever you are in fitness. I let you know exactly what you need to be doing. Are you sweating? Are you detoxing? You just killing your body. You don't even know all the detox that's in your body that's killing you because you don't know. What about moving these different chemicals through your body? Like I said earlier, in another video, what about your dopamine? A lot of us haven't even heard about dopamine, that chemical that gives you pleasure and satisfaction and motivation. What about that? What about your serotonin that helps you with your learning and your memory and it puts you in different mood swings? These chemicals need to be moved about and coming from exercising with a healthy diet, clean eating. I know, I promise you that if you don't work on getting these chemicals moving through your body, a lot of us are dealing with depression and we don't know. Sometimes we just need to get out, get another mindset, start taking better care of ourselves. A lot of us are dealing with depression and a lot of other health issues because we're not exercising. It is so important. If you get that car and you just run that car and run that car and run that car and run that car and run that car, eventually that car gonna break down on you. So what effects are you dealing with? because you haven't been taking care of yourself physically? Have you even become conscious or aware that there's a price to pay if you don't begin to take care of yourself? And I'm gonna tell you something. You can either pay that price now or taking care of yourself. Because if you wait till later, it may not be in your favor, the price that you have to pay. I'm gonna let that go right there. And I'll come back a little later, Coach. I'm gonna let you go in with blacks feeling the consequences of no foundation. What you think?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. In so many different aspects of life, man, we are. You know, we can leave the political alone, but hey, so many different aspects of life. I heard a lady said not too long ago, we need to start saving and putting aside some money, and I'm like, okay, so that wasn't part of the plan originally. Once you make it, you put aside some because you never know.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? If you fail to plan, that means you plan to fail. Period. You can second guess it how you want to. Whether we talk about mental, physical, spiritual, man, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And I know life can throw a wrench in your wheel every now and again. Something can happen. And because of that, you should already start putting something aside, man, just to be on the safe side, you know. Because of that, you should take care of your body unless you can afford medical bills, you know. We're not saying you should be perfect as far as your physical, but you should have some sort of balance. You know what I mean? You know you're having your cocktails every now and again. And okay, what about your water? You have a balance. What about your fruit? You know what I mean? What about your vegetables? You know, have some sort of balance. You know, you like your jokey, you like your gossip. Okay, so what about something to stimulate your mind? You know, take you to another level. What have you learned in the couple of days that you've been looking at the gossip or you've been looking at, comedy? It's about balance, man. That's all it's about. And like I always said, all we doing is talking about life. All we doing is talking about life. That's why it's so easy for me to talk about because I'm talking about life. You know what I mean? You want a good quality of life. Or you should want a good quality of life. We don't know when our last day will be, and I get that, but from this time to that time, don't you want a good quality of life? Sound mind, physically, you know, able to move around without assistance or what have you. You know what I mean? I see some folks crossing the road, man, and if they had to run to save their life,
Mm.
they won't make it.
Right.
I'm saying, come on now. If they had to get out of a burning building, how? Come on, no, that's not good, man. You know. But like you always said, people get emotional. Listen, man, these are not jabs. These are observations, and this is us pulling your coat. Hey, man, take care, better care of yourself. That's it. Who benefit if you were in better shape, better sound mind? Who benefit? You know what I mean? Come on, you do. So that's on you, man. That's on you. That's all we do. Talking about life, man.
And by you saying being balanced, that is so important. And I mentioned it in other videos. Going out there getting you a little sports, a little gossip. I know you a little nip here. Man, I know you, I know. I already know. It's okay. The problem is you getting so much of that and you're not
Yeah.
getting right, and you're not getting what's
Mhm.
essential. That's the problem.
That's it.
I'm
Yeah,
not,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I'm not sitting here telling you don't do this, don't do that. No, 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 no. I'm telling you, if you sipping on your little something, I'm not telling you not to sip on your little something. That's on you. I'm just telling you to be aware that if you sipping on a little something too much, that's the
That's
problem.
it. Yeah,
Yeah. And if you're not taking
yeah.
care, if you eating crazy every day, and not taking care
Mm,
right every day. You're not getting your body,
mm,
you're not doing no type of fasting, or you're not even saying, you know what, I'm a work on cleaning my diet up. You know what I'm saying? Just let me clean it
yeah.
up. Let me put so much of this bad stuff that I know that's killing me. So
Mm,
I'm just working to try to bring an awareness, because we are definitely self-destructing in these areas with gossip, with food, with alcohol, with smoking. We're literally just killing ourselves. Nobody have to kill us anymore. We're literally killing ourselves. So I'm just putting information out that maybe what the Bible said, faith comes by hearing. Maybe somebody can hear something and be like, wow, okay, I may need to get it together. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we put this information out here. And I got a comment section where it's things that coach and myself are talking about. We're talking about facts. Just as what it's life, it's the journey that we have complicated that can be simple, but we
mm,
complicate it. Yeah. And like Coach just said, we are definitely unbalanced. We are definitely unbalanced. And when I see anybody that's overweight or obese, I'm like, whoa, that lets me know, you just simply doing, unless you got a medical issue, you're simply
yeah,
just,
yeah.
yeah, unless you got a medical issue. Other than that, you're just eating more than you're working out. I even see people, been seeing people all my life, over 40 years, coming to the gym, still overweight or obese. Coming to the gym, been coming to the gym 25 years. It lets me know they just still haven't educated themselves on how to connect this together so it'll work better for them. They're overeating their workout. That it's that simple. They're over. You got a lot of them go to the gym and it makes them hungry. So as soon as they leave the gym, they just, make it real simple. If you go to the gym and just burn 100 calories and then go home and eat 500 calories, you just killed your workout. You just killed your workout. And it's as simple as I'm telling you that if you're not having a medical issues, then if you begin to watch just to start your calorie intake, drop it down to 1,500 every 24 hours, 60, 65. I go 65 to get you started, but grams of fat, drop it down, 60 grams of fat, 30 grams of added sugar. Try to zero added sugar out.
So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you begin to watch those three things and then begin to learn more about the carbs and all the other different things, the sodium, the salt, but you got to start somewhere. So if you can get that going, get you 3 days a week, it's 7 days in a week. Start out. Listen, don't start off with all 7 days. You won't in the next week or
I
two,
ain't
you're gonna be
make it.
some people I
You ain't
ran
make it.
into, they get started. I'm coming every day. Okay. Don't I know you want it off right now. I know you want it off right now.
Mm.
But it can took you 10 to 15 to 20 years. You can put all this weight on. Now all of a sudden, whatever can happen, it's not gonna come off that fast. It's not gonna come. You can come every day. What you're gonna do is end up discouraging yourself, and then you're gonna stop coming. Get you 3 days out the week, a possible four if you playing spade and you're really ready for it. Take you 30, 45 minutes, start that cardio, get somewhere and start walking, and begin to educate yourself more about eating. That's your start. Then you can go into your weight training and start building your muscles, but that's your start. We giving it to you, and it's on you. And when Coach talk about money, listen, you in a financial bind. Most of us get in this bind because of decision making. And that's what we
Mm.
talk about. Yeah, it comes from decision making. It's other reasons, I understand. But a lot of it, when it's talking about that money, we can make some bad decisions. And I want to know right now, and I'm asking you from the mental state, are you feeling the consequences financially that you're in a bind right now from some bad decisions that you made? Just want you to think about that. Damn, am I in this? Damn, is my money? Am I in this bind right now because I made some bad decisions in the past, And now I'm feeling the consequences of it. That's strictly the mental. That's strictly the mental. And a lot of times we be trying to do the same thing, getting different results. You know, they call that insanity. You got to, you got,
Insanity.
yeah, you got to change. It's some changes that you have to make. It's some changes that we have to make. I'm not talking to nobody about nothing that I don't do or haven't had to do or don't haven't done or don't do. I'm not the big, our little boy telling the big coach telling him, run down here, run. They telling the coach, hell, you run. Because they know he can't do it. You understand what I'm saying? they know he can't do it. So I'm not the guy telling you to do something that I don't do. And when it comes to your soul, I just want to ask you this right here. Are you feeling the consequences from not tapping into your principles where you can be in a better place in life than if you just would have been more disciplined, more consistent? If when things got rough or a little tough for you, did you have any tenacity to fight through? What about self-love? Are you feeling the consequences right now because you haven't tapped into the principles that takes you to another level in life? Man, when I look around, coach, I see a lot of us are feeling the consequences of having no foundation, man. And it's sad. If you need my help, there's my information. Just like I said a little earlier, we want to come on and we want to start Mental Monday, having a dialogue, just a chop up session. It's an open discussion, ain't nothing set. We're going to come on and see what's on your mind. We're going to start it with you or without you. I'm just giving you a time. For anybody want to make the first group meeting that we're going to come to, there's my email address so I can shoot you the number so I can get the list together. And for the men, let's come together. There's my email address. We'll set up or something, and we'll try to get it. We on Eastern time because we right here in Atlanta, Georgia, and we'll try to set it so we can come in and let's just see what's on your mind. Let's see how your health is doing. Let's see how your mental state is doing, and let's see how your soul is doing. Like I say, who the man go to when he crying at night, when things can got
Nobody
rough.
but himself.
Yeah, when things
Got to
can got
deal with you, bro.
yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
when things can got rough for him. Coach, you got anything you want to share?
Yeah, you touching something just now that make me reflect. Um, I'm noticing you talk about the spirit just now, tapping in that regard. If we are solid in that regard, tapping into our spirit, then I don't think I'll be hearing or observing this fear that's around us. And even Saturday, I had this conversation, and someone is saying the same thing. They're observing this fear. And I'm put it simply as a lot of us, and it's from A to Z as far as age range, because of the new administration and because of things that we're seeing, a lot of us are moving in fear. For me, if you have faith, if you tapping into your spirit, soul, whatever you want to call it, you will observe that, but it wouldn't be as fearful as I see people saying or moving. I know it is a concern, but fear. I mean, I'm talking about grown folks, totally grown. I'm like, man, you know, stop taking in all of that stuff, man. It's okay to read it. It's okay to listen for a little bit, but you consuming yourself with all the stuff from the media, and the media is loving it. You know, they're loving it. They always got something to put out. Like I said, I saw with 7 articles, and 5 out of 7 It's about the new administration. Man, come on. That's like bad food for your soul. You got bad food for your stomach. That's bad food for your soul, man. Tap into who you are, man. We greater than that, and we're better than that. I can understand you have concerns, man, but you shouldn't fear that. And like I told the person Saturday, I say, if these folks that powerful, let them take their butt out of California and stop them fires. If they're that powerful,
Mm.
you know what I mean? They don't have power, man. You know. But that's my take, man. Stop being so fearful, man. Stop being so fearful. Tap into who you really are, man.
Coach, I'm gonna leave that right there because a lot of us are being are hindering ourselves and run around here scared because someone has taken office, and
Mm-hmm.
we supposed to be connected spiritually. So you showing me by that fear that you showing me that this man in Washington D.C. is stronger than that dwelling that's in you. That's a problem. That's a problem. So I'm gonna leave that right there. They need to think about that. So I won't touch that no more. So all I say is like, share, leave a comment. Hit that thumbs up. Let us know you like it, and go back and make sure that if you'd like to be part of what I'm working to put together for us to come together as a people, shoot me an email. Men, let's go. Let's put us something together. We can start this week. We can start. I see how many emails I get between now and tomorrow evening. We can start our Monday night up tomorrow. So, Coach, we'll see. I think you
Hey,
once.
man.
Yeah, I'm trying. So I thank you once.
That's all you can do.
I thank you once again for your time. And until
Mhm.
we come back together, Coach, I'll holler.
All right, man. Take care.
Yes, sir.